His name is...
It's John Bunday. Hello Internet, it's John Bunday, and I have been back to the library. I didn't necessarily meant to make this series about just library books, but I mean, maybe it's a good way of like saying, you know, support your local library. They have lots of interesting things. They don't have to be just words, they could be pictures as well. Anyway, so one that I had no knowledge of before, but while I was looking through to try and find the next issue of Sandman, didn't find it. So I picked up a couple of things. I'm going to talk about one of them today, and that is Light Carries On by Ray Nadine. When his camera breaks, Leon is forced to borrow a used one from his mum's antique store. One happens to be haunted by Cody, a queer punk rocker who died decades ago. After taking Leon's body for an accidental joyride, the pair embark on the quest to discover how Cody died and figure out what binds them. They find they have much in common, growing closer as they share stories about living in Chicago's past and present, and unearthing secrets around Cody's mysterious death. One dead, one alive, both unraveling the complexities of love, life, and after death. Taking breaks to jam out to tunes, chill in planetariums, and slurp down tasty frozen beverages. So, yeah, so when I picked up off the shelf, took a look, and yeah, the art quite grabbed me. So the book is pretty much, I think two-tone is the correct way to phrase this. So, I mean, kind of like, you know, black and white, but also with blue. I mean, you know, greys as well, but so the blue is used to I think, very good effect, and I quite like the art. So I've talked about the past, like how I like some of the older style, like the drawings with like the artwork, painting or felt tips, but this looks to be very like modern, like done with like a tablet, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I do like this style as well. It's just I think that with the like older way of doing it, you could sometimes get a bit more of an artistic flair with it, whereas, you know, this is going to be consistently good. So yeah, but so you got that kind of blue motif that goes throughout, but there are also sections of red, like for example, because the camera is from like the 70s, you have to use a dark room, so they switch to red, which is quite cool. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's an enjoyable story. So it's about a guy who breaks his camera, a guy who's a photographer breaks his camera, and then it turns out that there's a guy who died back in the 70s, who was inhabiting the camera and then ends up haunting the guy. So yeah, it's a one and done. I don't think there are any sequels to this. It doesn't set it up necessarily for a sequel. It kind of wraps itself up nicely, and yeah, I think it's enjoyable. And yeah, I mean, if you happen to find it at your local library, give it a try. It doesn't take too long to read through, so I thought it was very enjoyable. Yeah. Until next time, catch you later, and check out your local libraries. Support your local libraries, people!